DJ Knight here from Nightwing Productions with a Sunday afternoon gig log. We are on the way to Cape May. You know how it is. So it's actually going to be a gig. It's a more oldies music, classic rock. Kind of digging it, actually. We added some good songs for our collection for this one. Client really liked our request system. Made somewhere in the ballpark of 100 requests for tonight. Well, this afternoon through tonight, which it's about 8 hours of classic rock, so added some great stuff to the catalog. A lot of one-hit wonders that I heard of the songs before, but never heard of the artist. So, kind of excited about that. Little perk from the gig itself. A lot of new things in the catalog. We are combating traffic. Our GPS wants to take us one way. I know that way is not going to work because that's where everyone's GPS is taking them. Left plenty early, so it's not going to be an issue. Currently kind of taking the back roads. That's the nice thing about New Jersey. You head south long enough, you're going to hit water, so you can't really get too lost, and we're going right down to by the ferry, so should be a nice gig. We'll be outdoors underneath the tent. Got rescheduled from yesterday. It was very hot and humid yesterday. There was a 50% chance of thunderstorms the whole day, so kind of glad we moved away from that, not get my equipment wet. Also, it was just hot and humid yesterday. Today is much nicer. Story about yesterday. Last minute, we went up to New York City instead of just sitting home for the day. Some friends had invited us up to Central Park. We were going to do a little gig, basically covered gas for us, and bring out the laptop, a couple battery-powered speakers, a VMS.
3 miles.
There goes the GPS.
Parkway.
And yeah, we were having fun trying to get there. We parked about 15 blocks away, couldn't find things. Turns out the map of Central Park in New York City that I had was out of date or just outright wrong.
Onto GS.
It was off. There goes GPS. It was off by a factor of 10 blocks, which in New York, being as each block is really 2 different streets.
Parkway.
Oh. A lot of walking yesterday.
Continue 1.9 miles, then turn left on Stone Harbor Boulevard.
There goes the GPS again. So, long story short, a long day yesterday. Kind of glad this is a classic rock job today because you don't need a subwoofer for that. We've got the Mackie Thump 15As. They've got plenty of bass already, probably more than enough for what we need here. So, didn't pack along the Mackie subwoofer. That's 70 pounds of kit I'm not going to have to carry around today. Really glad about that one. So, we'll be there shortly, and I'll continue once we arrive. Quick reminder for any of those of you coming into town for DJ Expo next week in New Jersey, all gas is full service. You're not allowed to pump your own gas. It's an insurance thing. Honestly, I can kind of get it. I've seen some people do some rather crazy things at gas pumps. So, don't try to pump your own. They'll come out and they'll yell at you. Just a reminder for those coming to DJ Expo from out of state, renting a car, or bringing their own. Nice easy load in today. Pavement to a paved driveway. A little thin here, but I managed. Very smart client. Having a party, so they made a rental. Not drag dirt and things through the house. And here we are. Nice little tent city of sorts. Keep people out of the sun and keeping the sunburn away today. Of course, we have our VMS, laptop with Virtual DJ Pro, and our backup system with Monster Clean Power. Here we are all set up. The mini 4-bar in the background. 2 Mackie Thump 15As. More than enough for the venue. Should be a nice clean show waiting for people to show up. Tonight's dinner, really awesome. Lots of homemade barbecue, some sweet and also spicy sausages, and some nice veggie and noodle and fruit salad. This should be good. So the gig's winding down. Nice easy listening. No dancing at this one, but everyone's happy. We kept the volume right so you can still have nice discussions, eat, drink, be happy. You know, standard barbecue affair. So, a fun night, some good music, and we'll be wrapping up shortly. DJ Knight here after the gig. Loadout was hot. Seems like load in wasn't quite as hot. I think maybe the humidity came in. Nonetheless, that little collapsible hand truck I have did a great job. We use action packer totes, so things pack up nice and quick and easy. A couple Gator cases, a couple Ariba cases, done in no time. One thing I forgot to mention earlier, kind of like this, we got some custom embroidered polos. They are not the highest quality embroidery in the world. We got it from vistaprint.com, vistaprint.com. Canadian-based printing company. They work fast. I ordered these, I believe, last Friday, and they showed up Wednesday. So, really good quality. I'm not sure if it'll hold up for years and years. I had to trim a little bit here, where there was some flashing from the embroidery, but fast, relatively cheap. I like it a lot better than the t-shirt for a low-profile gig like today, a backyard barbecue, and a lot more professional than wearing a button-up shirt with nothing else, especially when you're overdressed for everyone else there. So, good gig. Got to use a nice DJ trick I picked up not too long ago of using the headphones as a microphone. Wanted to make a couple announcements, wasn't aware we were doing that, and the microphone was in the truck. The thing was, they wanted the announcements right on the spot, because they were topical, they wanted to go with the song, not a problem. Plugged up the headphones, got a couple funny looks, but sounded really good. I gotta say, the Hercules headphones I have, I think it's the HDM 1000, or I gotta look that up, but it's the Hercules headphones, Brian Red recommended them. Plug those into your VMS's microphone input. You do have to crank up the gain pretty far, but wow, it was clear, it was stereo, because I talked into both pieces at once, it sounded great. So, little tip, worked out for me, could work for you, get you out of a sticky spot nice and easy, especially if you have like a dead battery in your wireless mic, anything like that. Overall, good event. Not a lot of dancing, just, it was hot. People were staying in their seats underneath the tents. Right towards the end there was some dancing, so that was fun. Not a lot of people, so I didn't do any video, don't want to embarrass anybody. But it's always a good sign when you're getting thumbs up and people are liking the music. One note I got a lot from the adult crowd was, hey, the music, it was not loud, we could hear it everywhere, it sounded good. And it had volume, but we could still talk to each other. There was no deafening, there was no yelling at each other, even though they're right in front of the speakers, and we had 50 people there. Again, bring bigger speakers than you need, turn them down, it'll sound better, instead of trying to stress out a little speaker. I didn't need the subwoofer for this, again, it was mostly oldies, although we did break out one modern set, there were a few kids there, and even then the Mackie Thumb 15 Ace did a good job. It's not going to do a school dance, but for a backyard, more than enough. So overall, good gig. Looking forward to DJ Expo next week in Atlantic City. Hope to be there Monday taking some classes, as well as Tuesday and Wednesday for classes and show floor. Don't think I'll make it Thursday, we'll see. Definitely go into the after parties. Should be exciting first year there. So, good gig. Got a paycheck. Going to DJ Expo to spend it all. Oh well. Can't win. Well, I guess we did win them all. Practice and enjoy.